In about 2.5 hours time from now, India will be playing the finals in the Champions Trophy against Australia. And to talk about that, I'm now joined by Ashish Ballal, the former goalkeeper of the Indian hockey team. Thanks very much for joining us here on The Big Picture, Ashish. You know, we are business journalists. We track numbers, statistics all day long. You tell us, and for the benefit of our viewers, how big an achievement this is for the Indian team to be playing the Champions Trophy for the first time in 36 years.
Absolutely fantastic achievement, and coming up in the is the progress to the Olympics. You know, they have taken a huge step forward. 36 years is a very long time. The Champions Trophy is one of the best tournaments in the world where the top 6 teams play, and playing against them and playing the final today against Australia is an incredible achievement in such a short time. 14 months, which Ottmans has taken over as coach, has been a transformation of Indian hockey. Although they have got a long way to go yet, but being in a final for such a major tournament is fantastic.
We'll talk about the role of Ottmans, you know, the role that he's played to sort of revive this team, the fortunes of this team. But tell us, what is this about this 18-member squad? Because, you know, when the announcement happened, many said that this was a very, very young team. When we defeated England earlier in this tournament, many saw it as an upset. What is it about this team that has managed, you know, to sort of prove their critics wrong? And now, in 2.5 hours' time, we'll actually be playing the finals for the first time.
I think self-confidence among all the boys, even the youngsters who have just come into the team, are really shown in this tournament. They have gone out all out. The forwards are retackling. It looks like one of the fittest teams that India has had for a very long time. The hard work, the ethics which the coach has driven into all the boys is really showing. And I think the consistency, and everybody wants to achieve and do well for themselves and for the country as well as for the game. And that's what the biggest thing is. The confidence of the boys are really high. They are led by a superb leader in Srijesh, who has been outstanding. He's been the face of Indian hockey in the last 14 months, the transformation, and he's leading by example.
Any word then on the coach, Ottmans? Because I think he had also coached the Pakistan team back, I think, 2003, 2004. So have you seen any sort of major tactical change, strategy change under Ottmans since he took charge?
I think the boys are more driven. The fitness levels are really good. They're looking much sharper. The defense is more organized. They play very compact, like the European style, and that's a big difference what we have seen over the years. The defense is very tight. They play very strong. The tackling is much stronger now, and also the speed of the game. We are able to match the world's best, and even you will see in the last quarter against Australia how the boys played. The fourth quarter they went all out, and they put up a fantastic show in the last quarter against Australia, and hopefully that the whole match they will put up a wonderful show today.
Absolutely. And Ashish, but tell us, you know, because of course, you know, the big game's going to start in a short while from now, and India does not have a very good record against Australia. In Champions Trophy, we played 13 games, but we managed to win only 2. You know, any prediction ahead of the game, because we've just lost to them 4-2. Does that put more pressure on Australia then? Just, you know, just to sort of help us understand the kind of how realistic are the chances of India actually causing an upset against Australia later tonight?
Frankly speaking, Australia is a far superior team. They are world champions, they are Olympic champions, they are the #1 team in the world, and even playing against them is really a big credit for India. You know, coming back from low 8th, 9th position to play the world champion is a fantastic achievement by itself. And the way they played in the last match, 4-2 loss to Australia is by far okay for the standard that Australia has. They are a much fitter team. They are more organized, tactically very strong, and their power and speed of the game is fantastic to watch Australia play any day.
Absolutely, Ashish. And you know, and I was doing my research, and I found out interestingly that the gap is clearly there between India and Australia, but there's also a huge gap between Australia and rest of the world. What seems to be happening, even as for the FIH rankings and the points, Australia seem to be far, far ahead. What has led to Australia being almost this invincible force in the world of hockey?
I think the domestic setup is really fantastic. They have so many leagues that the quality of their club system in Australia is fantastic. They are very organized, very professional. They play hard, they enjoy hard, they train very. I think there's a lot of individual training that goes into every player's game, and they are hardworking, and they have this attitude of do not like to lose. You know, they can't take defeat. They always want to win. They always want to be on top of you, and that's what you see, the aggressive style of attacking hockey, 100% full press when they play, and they put the opposition to shame.
Absolutely, there, Ashish. Let's just talk a little bit about the Olympics also. We've qualified. You know, any prediction? I mean, how do you see this team competing, you know, on the highest stage? Because if you look at India's performance in the Olympics, of course we've like gone are the golden days, but thereafter, post 1984, our performance has not been good. Even in Beijing, we did not even qualify. So looking ahead in Rio, what are the chances and what are the realistic expectations that you have from the team?
I think if the quarterfinals is the main, if the team reaches the quarterfinals and comes 1-6 in the Olympics, I would be very content and very happy, and very happy for the team and Indian hockey, the progress that they're making. I think let's be very realistic. We are very low down in the rankings, and to make it to the top 6 of the world would be a good achievement by itself.
Ashish, thank you so very much for joining us here on The Big Picture. I must tell you, you know, that when you were the goalkeeper in 1998, and I still remember that game against South Korea where you made those 2 big saves and we went on to win 5-3. I remember that game, and that's etched in my mind, and I think that's going to be etched in my mind for years and years to come. But Ashish, a pleasure speaking with you here on The Big Picture.